What's up, everybody? It's your boy Melvin for another review, and today I'm going to talk about my thoughts on I'm getting tired of saying how many number franchise of Scooby-Doo. This is actually number 13, Scooby-Doo and Guess Who? Premiered back in July 18th of 2019 on Boomerang. Well, starting in Cartoon Network and then Boomerang on October 1st of 2020. This is actually a similar premise of the new Scooby-Doo movies back in the 80s. But before we begin, did you subscribe? Did you hit the bell? If so, well, if you always dreamed of being in the new Scooby-Doo movies, here's your chance. This time, there'll be new faces and familiar old faces, but choose wisely. It'll be a crazy adventure. So yeah, the Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, which is the 13th television series of the Scooby-Doo franchise. It was actually produced by Chris Bailey, who you might know. Well, he's both an American animator and film director. Which, of course, it first premiered on Boomerang's SVOD service in June 27, 2019, before making its debut on Cartoon Network back in July 8th of 2019, and later that year in Boomerang in 2020, and then the series moved to HBO Max and remained. Second season episodes were released of October 1st of back in 2 years ago, back in 2021. Which follows the premise of the new Scooby-Doo movies. You know, the mystery game meets a famous celebrity or superhero. But this one, the series focuses on Mystery Incorporated, Mystery Inc. gang, so Mystery encountering being assisted by various celebrities and fictional characters, including those crossover with DC Comics, Hanna-Barbera characters, and even Scooby Gang's very own voice actors. I'm not joking. It's actually pretty cool. So, this is a huge list, I can tell you. As you know, the opening theme, which is done by Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, was performed by David Poe. And of course, it was composed by Stephen Morrell, Adam Berry, which has a number of episodes of 52 episodes and is still going. Oh boy. And this is actually chronologically between Be Cool Scooby-Doo, which, trust me, I'm not going to enjoy reviewing this, but, And also the infamous one, and you know what I'm talking about, Velma. This is after this one. And I haven't seen the episodes. From what I seen when it first came out, it was a firestorm of shittery, I tell you what. I might do it with caution. But for what meantime, I'll stick to here. So yeah. As you know, we have Frank Welker, who's voicing Scooby-Doo, Fred Jones, Dynamite, and Magilla Gorilla. We have Miss Litter voicing Shaggy, Gray Griffin as Daphne Blake. So remember, she's actually known, let's see, who's a American voice actress, comedian, singer-songwriter, known for various roles in anime productions and video games. We have Kate McCucci as Val Dinkley. She's an actress, comedian, musician, who half of the musical comedy duo Garfunkel and Oates. Some of her roles include Stephanie Gooch in Scrubs, Allie in Till Death, and Shelley in Raising Hope. Also in The Big Bang Theory, and Sadie Miller in Steven Universe. Ain't that cool? Including the guest stars, which, oh boy, there's a whole lot, but who wants to hear some guest stars, shall we? We have Layla Ali, Sean Ashton, Jessica Biel, Terry Bradshaw, Kimberly Brooks, Alton Brown, Carol Burnett, Steve Buscemi, Cher. Yes, and this ain't the first time Cher appeared. Cher and her late husband, Sonny, appeared in the new Scooby-Doo movies in I can't remember the episode that involves an island surrounded by sharks. That episode. We have Joy Chestnut, Kevin Conroy. Rest in peace, Batman. Ian James Cornett, Sandy Duncan, another one from the new Scooby-Doo movies. And this is like a repeat of the original plot, which is her set of Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde. This is the... What happens when you do a reboot? The guy goes, shit. Exactly. Ventriloquist Jeff Dunham. Tell you the truth, that's actually funny shit right there. No, they have not just Jeff Dunham. They also have Darcy Lean, who's a upcoming ventriloquist with her rabbit. You know, the rabbit puppet. I like that Jeff chose Walter better because, well, face it. You want Peanut? I kind of like the episode when they feature both of the ventriloquists in a competition, which features a haunted dummy. Yeah, a haunted dummy. Of course, they had a parody of Psycho. Literally, they stay at a hotel that looked like the Bates Motel. I kind of like when Walter starts being a chicken. Oh my god. We have Jeff Foxworthy, Morgan Freeman, hell yeah, Jim Gaffigan. Okay, the episode with Morgan Freeman's kind of funny because he's doing a documentary in an episode. He's like, it's actually, okay, would you love to listen to a documentary that's narrated and hosted by Morgan Freeman? Who wouldn't? We have Ricky Gervais, Johnny Gilbert, Whoopi Goldberg, and her episode was weird because originally her episode would be the last episode for season 1, but instead they switched it as the first episode for season 2, which she's a psychic, get her degree as a psychic at a university. Yeah, it's actually pretty funny. We have Tim Gunn, Gigi Hadid, Jennifer Hale, Hosley, Mark Hamill. Well, he did twice along with the late Kevin Conroy as the Joker in the episode with Batman. And fun fact, he did one of himself when the gang asking, "Oh, how do you know about it?" "Oh, I know." And he does this Joker laugh. And everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, boy. We have David Kaye, Chloe Kim, Rachel Kimsey, Lizzie Koshy, Tara Lipinski, Lucy Liu, Malcolm Moore, hell yeah, Malcolm McDowell, Casey Musgrave, Bill Nye. Hold it, we gotta have Bill Nye. What about the other? Neil deGrasse Tyson, hell yeah, science. Chris Paul, the great magicians Penn and Teller, Axl Rose, Christian Shaw, Charlie Charletter, Sia, Joseph Simons, Christian Slater, Jason Sudeikis, Wanda Sykes, oh yeah. Fun fact, she's the one who appeared, she's working, and guess who she's working for? Mr. Peebles, Pet Shop. I'm not joking. This is a crossover with her and a Hanna-Barbera cartoon of Magilla Gorilla. Fortunately, Magilla doesn't talk. He's actually a regular ape. Pity, ain't it? It'll be interesting to hear him talk again, like in the cartoon. Okay. George Takei. Awesome. Live long and prosper, man. Kenan Thompson. Alex Trebek. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yep. Steven Weber. Jaylee White. Jane Weldon. Billy D. Williams. Oh boy, hell yeah. Weird Al Yankovic. Hell yeah. Maddie Zelger. As fictional guest clue, and also fictional guest stars as well, like the Hex Girls, Steve Urkel from Family Matter. Oh yes. Did I do that? Wonder Woman, Sherlock Holmes, Batman, Alfred, Joker, Flash. It's kind of weird that Barry's friends with Shaggy. And when he's trying to solve every mystery, it's like he just appeared in the classic ones, like with the Creeper and other episodes. Trickster, Magilla Gorilla, The Ghost of Abraham Lincoln, which the Blue Falcon and Dynamite and the Funky Phantom. That's actually a good episode right there. Oh boy. As you know, it's from 2 seasons, and actually it's divided because one's a Boomerang and half is in HBO Max. I don't know if it's still going. I gotta check. And there's a lot of episodes, I tell you what. Like 52. And yeah. Fun fact. Like in episode 8, we have When Urkelbots Go Bad, which we have guest star Jaylee White, who is the actor who plays Steve Urkel and reprising his famous character from Family Matter, which is actually pretty cool, with his Urkelbot. And he still got it right there. Oh boy. Then we have the attack of the weird Allosaurus, where in a Rocky Mountain, which of course, the gang stumbled upon a stowaway in the form of a Weird Al Yankovic. Yeah, Weird Al is a stowaway in their van who warns them about a horrific, unexpected dinosaur who was obstructing his summer camp, which is a polka camp. Who wouldn't want to go to a polka camp run by him? That'll be awesome. Then we have Quit Clowning with Kenan Thompson, who is a famed comedian. Which, of course, he's a famous comedian in Saturday Night Live since 2003, making him the longest tenured cast member in the show's history. Which, in that episode, he's visiting his local broadcast station in his local town, which is haunted by the ghost of a ghost clown named Pazzo the Clown, which is a reference to the famous clown Bozo the Clown, America's famous clown from the 50s. Bozo the Clown. So he's a parody of it. And we got the Batman one, What a Night for a Dark Knight, which of course, spoiler alert, Daphne is the niece of Alfred, who gets kidnapped by Man-Bat. And fortunately, when they arrive at Wayne Manor, of course they start getting curious. And there's Fred playing with the bus, which is the switch where the bookcase goes, it leads to the Batcave. Batman's right there changing. He sees Freddy. He throws the Batarang to close the damn thing. Of course, guess who did it? The Joker, disguised as Man-Bat. Then we got part 2, which is the next episode, Nightmare and Ghosts of Psychic You, which features Whoopi Goldberg getting her degree in being a psychic. Then we have the Sword of the Fox and the Scooby-Doo, which is the episode with Mark Hamill visiting Japan, which is the old high school reunion in Japan. Yeah, he lived in Japan while his father was stationed there in the Navy. Lucky him. Anyway, Hamill convinced Scooby to dig them using a Jedi mind trick. First a joke of that, now a reference to Luke Skywalker. Ain't that nice? Next one is episode 17 of Hollywood Nights with George Takei, who is which investigates a haunted estate belonging to the deceased Hollywood director Cecil D. Darrington. A parody based on Cecil B. DeMille, the famous director of Hollywood legend, which was requested by George Takei. And Shaggy's was drawn by a Star Trek name until George Takei told him to zip it. And he looked back, he said, You won't be happy to be a lawyer, don't you? Which is a nope. Yeah. Remember, Star Trek is probably a Paramount. This is Warner Brothers. You want a lawsuit? I think that, and the episode, which is Too Many Dummies, which is the episode of Jeff Dunham and Darcy Lynn Farmer as judges, which of course we had Judge Dunham with Walter and Darcy with Petunia, who was the rabbit. Damn, which involves a cursed clown named Crazy Carl. Oh boy. I like the episode, which, of course, we also have the parody of the Bates Motel, where the son and mother wants Petunia and Walter as a permanent collection to their dog collection, which Walter said, yeah, get me out of here. In a chicken scared manner. There was another episode. I think it was involves moving an old mansion. That one I kind of like. I can't remember. What was the episode? It was a mansion. Oh yeah! And the first episode is called Revenge of the Swamp Monster, which features Chris Paul as the gang solves the mystery of the B-Man of Alcatraz, which... What? Is this a parody of the Bartman of Alcatraz? Of course, episode 2 is a mystery-solving gang divided, featuring the ghosts of Abraham Lincoln. I'm not joking. The mystery receives a call from Channesburg, Pennsylvania, a battlefield nearby Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, to solve a mystery of a ghost zombie Civil War soldier, only to be bumped into the Funky Phantom crew. Who doesn't remember the Funky Phantom? I remember the theme song in the opening when they turn the clock, he pops out. Feelings of Thursdays. Oh boy. Which, of course, they have a big competing disagreement until the ghost of Abraham Lincoln shows up. Hey, Gettysburg. And also, and solve the mystery for once and for all, this show referenced how Funky Phantom is a knockoff of Scooby-Doo, and the Speed Buggy character's cameo in the end. Yes, the Speed Buggy crew arrives as in the ending. Oh my god. That was just weird. And the Scooby-Doo and the Thousand Faces, which features the first appearance of Wonder Woman. And you have a little training session with... Scooby's the lucky one, because he's eating hot dogs with Wonder Woman in her invisible jet. Oh boy. And they also... I think they're... She mentions she can... Training women's easy, but training men is not that easy. Well, no shit. And of course, this is the one I was talking about. This is episode 22 called The Wedding Witch of Wensley Hall, which features Jeff Foxworthy, who is a famous cook. Is hired as a truck driver to transport a house known as Wensley Hall to its new location before a 6-lane interstate is built. Unfortunately, is haunted by the wedding witch. Prevented its removal, according to legend, is the ghost of a woman named Lenora Wensley, who was left at the altar by her famous chef, Bayard B. Beauregard. Herself, the person is self-loving, supposedly calls her to turn into a witch and curse the property. Now, Mr. A, according to the gang, must get rid of the witch to... And turns out the culprit is actually a cook who is a very type of cook, those who resurrect lost recipes. And because the chef that was supposed to marry the witch was a famous chef, and the buffet was made by him, it was never been left there since. Guess what happened? Jeff let her have it, and guess what? She tried to get to the food. Guess what happened? Shaggy and Scooby ate 100-year-old food right there, which upset her immediately because the recipe has been lost, and right there, those two just ate it like they don't give a shit if it's fresh or old. They'll eat it like that. To me, like, oh boy, time to get poisoned. Next was episode 24, which is I Put on a Hex on You, which features the Hex Girls. And I return back then because I think the Hex Girls always appear when they Scooby episode, like back in, when they first appeared on Witch's Ghost, then on What's New Scooby-Doo with the vampires, then on Scooby-Doo Mr. Cobra with the parody like Fat Out of the Paradise. So this is the other one. I don't know, they appeared to be cool. I gotta check. Of course, we have the High School Wolfman musical element, which is a special musical-like episode, which, oh boy. And then after that, we have Space Station Scooby, which features Neil deGrasse Tyson and Bill Nye the Science Guy. Come on. How many of you seen Bill Nye the Science Guy when you're in elementary? Or Neil deGrasse Tyson? Those two are awesome. After that, we have The Phantom, The Talking Dog, and Hot 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 Sauce. With Casey Musgrave. Well, of course, she sees her celebrity bestie, Casey, at the Tallis Target County Auditorium, Nashville, which performing on a phantom of a steamboat captain, and auditorium founder Tallis Target is on the loose. Now we have episode 28, which Last Inmate was working with Serene, together with Morgan Freeman, to investigate an old prison abandoned for 100 years, permanently haunted by the ghost of Jean Lebeau. As a documentary, which is actually pretty funny. And yeah, that's a lot. Then we have Alton Brown. It features The Feast of Dr. Frankenfooter, which is a parody of Frankenstein. I'm not joking. It's like a parody of Frankenstein. Listen to this. Shaggy and Scooby do an unexpected welcome and visit the haunted castle in Germany because famous chef Alton Brown will be there. They must also contend with a monster made by the known mad food scientist Frankenfooter. Yeah. Then we have Tim Gunn, which of course is called A Fashion Nightmare. Oh boy. This episode I like. This is actually a good episode because this is the ending was like a cliffhanger. Called Scooby-Doo on Ice, features Tara Lipinski, who is a famous ice skater, Olympian ice skater. Mr. Inc. heads Australia for the International Ice Games, where they meet figure ice skating champion Tara. During this time, they must deal with the snow monster called the Snow Devil. Wait, is this the right one? No, never mind. Sorry. Oh boy, there's a lot of episodes. Oh, here it is. The one with Sandy Duncan. The dreaded remake of Jekyll and Hyde. If you remember, in the original one back in the new Scooby-Doo Movies was the of Jekyll and Hyde. This is the remake. Which is, oh boy. Then we got Alex Trebek in Total Jeopardy, which Alex hosts the episode of Jeopardy featuring Velma and Shaggy competing against a robot named Max Kilobyte, who goes on a rampage. Oh boy. And yeah, there's a lot more because, come on. When I say more, I mean more. Then we have episode 19, or the whole episode number 45, which is Cher, Scooby, and the Sargasso Sea. The gang celebrates Scooby's birthday on a yacht with Cher. Things become oddly familiar when the pair of sharkmen attack Cher's boat, and the guy solves a mystery. Oh boy, here we go again with sharks, and it's familiar. Are we bringing back sharks? Interesting. Oh boy, and we have Scooby-Doo and the Skytown Cool School, which features Billy D. Williams Lando. Teaches the gang how to be cool at his cool school. Come on. You're talking about Billy D. Williams. Who ain't cool like that? Well, he's among the cool with, along with, Morgan Freeman, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Anybody else? Keep rolling, keep rolling. Of course, we got a lot of famous celebrities. What was that other episode? I don't know. The ice one I was talking about, there was an episode featuring that Scooby, Shaggy, and another celebrity, I think, had the helper perform a famous ballet trick. I can't remember the name. Let me see. No. Maddie Ziegler. Okay. This is the one from season 1, episode 21. Maddie Ziegler, who has won a dance studio in the dance competition under the condition it be reopened, or else the city will confiscate the property and demolish it to make way for a parking lot. Boo. Makes it a lot worse. It goes to the previous owner, who died 30 years prior, wreaking havoc, which of course named Madame Sobrinsky, until she appears as a ghost, and guess what? She cursed Maddie. The only way she can break the curse is to perform the most complicated dance of all, called the Zorinsky Triangle, which anybody who has done it fails because of curse. And guess who's the villain? The culprit? The madam herself. And she hadn't died. She just hidden for 30 years in a secret apartment above the old building. Ain't that clever? So yeah, those were about Scooby-Doo and the Guess Who. And to tell you the truth, these are good episodes. These are good casts. Okay, you have a list of good casts and stars here, from actual stars to fictional ones from Hanna-Barbera and DC, which are pretty cool. It says, when you see Return of McGillicuddy, but not his in a silent role. Remember, he's like a regular gorilla, along with Wanda Sykes and Mr. Peebles. Spoiler alert, Mr. Peebles actually is the villain because he wants to get rid of McGillicuddy because he couldn't sell him over the years, which caused him to go bankrupt. Which Wanda Sykes adopts McGillicuddy. Hell yeah, he finally gets an owner. Besides the little girl that keeps trying to buy him. Pity. Well, of course, we have the Funky Phantom, which ain't the first time. He appears as a villain in Scooby Mr. Cobra in a dream where Scooby and the gang visit the International Mystery Solving Convention. We have the gangs from Jabberjaw, Speed Buggy, Funky Phantom, Captain Caveman, a lot. And Funky Phantom's actually an actor, which of course the cat beats him up. I think they did a little prank. Disguise, I don't know, cats as each of the members. Oh yeah, I forgot Josie and the Pussycats as well. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. And tell me what was your favorite episode of Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. To me, it has to be with Jeff Dunham, Sandy Duncan, Morgan Freeman, George Takei, Weird Al, Bill Nye, and Neil deGrasse, Cher. Okay, you got the only two people that reappeared, who first appeared in the original, were Cher and Sandy Duncan, reprising the same plot from back then to now, which is actually pretty cool. I like the one with, you have the last appearance of Kevin Conroy as Batman in the episode The Dark Knight, along with Mark Hamill as the Joker, and he did his own as himself in a later episode. We also have... what's the actor name? Oh yeah, we have Whoopi Goldberg. And a lot more, actually. If you ask, we have Sean Keaton, who's the comedian from Saturday Night Live. Maddie Ziegler, which I like the episode, actually pretty funny. Billy D. Williams, hell yeah. Who doesn't love that guy? It's a pity that Warner Bros. Just, sank the idea for the third Batman film after Tim Burton's Batman Returns. It would have been awesome to see what Billy D. Williams looked like as Two-Face. Okay, agree with me. How many of you want to see Billy D. Williams as Two-Face if Tim Burton directed the third film of Batman Forever in his own vision, like the first and the second one? And well, Billy D. Williams as the Two-Face, the Riddler. What do you think? Should Jim Carrey be the Riddler or somebody else? I know the final one, Batman Robin, there were people that was thinking that Patrick Stewart, who, if you don't know, fans know as Captain Picard in Star Trek Next Generation and the series Star Trek Picard, Would have been good as Mr. Freeze, because if you've seen Batman the Animated Series, he looks just like him. With that voice, poetic, compared to Arnold Schwarzenegger's you know. As for Poison Ivy, I think Uma Thurman makes a good Poison Ivy. Let's give her a new outfit of Poison Ivy. Not because, yeah. We got a lot. Including J. Lee White reprising his role as Steve Urkel from Family Matter. Which, come on. Who doesn't love Steve Urkel? Since he first appeared in Family Matter, he's always been the thorn of the Winslow family. I'm not trying to bet $50 that Carl Winslow shot him in Die Hard. I'm talking about the first film. Who he killed. And most people say he murdered Steve Urkel. Like TGIF, the main guy just murdered the main character. Oh shit. But yeah. You know what would be funny? If they actually made an episode, a Halloween episode featuring Scooby-Doo meets the cast of Family Matter in a Halloween episode, the return of Steve-O and Carlsbad. Well, that'd be awesome to bring those two dummies back from the Halloween special, from those two Halloween special of Family Matter, Steve-O and Steve-O 2. That would be pretty cool to see if they try to do a Scooby-Doo one, bring back a Halloween episode of those guys with Family Matter. That'll be pretty cool. But yeah, let me know in the comments on what was your favorite episode of Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, and who was your favorite celebrity or fictional celebrity, like, whenever fictional, like from DC. The ones that appear from these are Wonder Woman, The Flash, Batman, Alfred, Joker, The Trickster. We also have Miguel the Gorilla, Dynamite and Blue Falcon, Funky Phantom from Hanna-Barbera, and the Girls Abraham Lincoln, and the Hex Girls, and Steve Urkel. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. What was your favorite episode? And if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe, hit the bell, like this video. And I'll see you next time, people. Peace out.